The days of quack, quack, quack are over. The Mighty Ducks are now a juggernaut, having won the last 10 state championships in their custom-built arena from Hendrick Sports. When 12-year-old Evan Morrow is cut from the team, his mother Alex takes it upon herself to start her own team in order to prove that sports should still be played for fun and not for any potential future profit. In order for the team to be recognized, they need at least 5 other players, a coach who's over the age of 21, and their own ice rink. Evan manages to assemble a team consisting of a podcaster, a cosplayer, an extreme athlete, an ex-popular girl, and an esports athlete. Alex then reluctantly assumes coaching duties when she manages to find an ice rink being run by none other than Gordon Bombay, the man who founded the Mighty Ducks. However, Bombay has once again really soured on hockey to the point that he won't allow it to actually be played in the arena. However, that changes when he discovers the cash benefit will allow him to run through the winter. Now, this team of Don't Bothers seeks to be game changers by attempting to assume the mantle of the Mighty Ducks. This is the Mighty Ducks Game Changers, Episode 1. Okay, so, sorry that summary took a little bit of time to shoot all the way through. And even then, I'm going to have to chop it up a lot. There's a lot of bloopers in there. Anyway, yes, this is the new Disney Plus Mighty Ducks series, which I pretty much summarized right there what's happening. Like I said, the Ducks are now the bad guys. They're the jerks. They're the arrogant ones who bully everyone. The coach is this, rude jerk who basically openly cuts Evan. Like you said, Evan's a good player, but he's not good enough to really be on the Ducks. He's not fast enough. He's way too short. And, then his mother, Alex, who's played by Lauren Graham, comes out and makes this whole speech because she's up in the arena. She's a single parent, but the other parents are all kind of judging her. Like, she doesn't go to any of the camps during the summer. She doesn't, they can't afford any of that stuff. They can't do any of this stuff. They don't have the proper protein diet. They don't have all of, the sports physicists and their sports psychologists and trainers and all this stuff. And she's sort of pointing out you're micromanaging your kids to death. In fact, there's a girl on the Ducks who's sort of a friend of Evan named Sophie, and she actually kind of wants to leave to join his team, but she can't. Just kind of she sort of bows to peer pressure. And you can see sometimes she's a really good player, but she stops. She's grabbing her hips a lot. She's in a lot of pain because she's been worked to near death. And Alex is a paralegal, and one of her coworkers is also is a parent is I believe Sophie's mother, and they're just and she's always like, hey, could you do this for me? Thanks, just throw this thing here. Hey, do that, again. So we have another lawyer becomes unwitting coach story. Gee, I wonder where they got that idea from. And to an extent, I kind of appreciate where this is coming from. However, the idea of youth sports just being for fun, that died a long time ago. Nowadays, with AAU stuff and all of that, the idea of you want to try to at least get your kid a college scholarship or something, you actually do need to micromanage it. They poo-poo the idea of actually playing other sports. The idea of a 2 or 3 sport athlete has kind of gone the way of the dodo for the most part, at least, again, outside of just regular high school athletics. So there is that, and when you have millions of dollars or even billions of dollars in sponsorships involved, it's kind of hard to say sports should be for fun. At the same time, it's like I can empathize, but that sort of world really doesn't exist anymore. And as for Gordon Bombay, you see too, again, like Evan recognizes who he is right off the bat, but he even says like, again, Bombay sort of soured on youth hockey because, again, the micromanagement that started to enter into everything. But at the same time, it seems like he just doesn't like hockey anymore, again, for some reason. I do know that at least in one of the trailers they referenced that he was a coach. He was a college coach and he got fired too, but I don't know how much of that's going to play into this. And like you said, he now runs this little ice skating rink amusement center where, there's like a little arcade, there's like a pizza birthday party type place, and of course there's an ice rink. And they start trying to assemble, and it's sort of hinted too. Alex was a former figure skater who sort of bombed at that, and there's kind of these little bits and there are little funny bits in here that work, but some things not so much. Like again, the heart is in the right place with this, but at the same time, like that world just really doesn't exist anymore, and so it's kind of hard to say. Yeah, we should go back to that. I do wonder where exactly they are going to take this this type of direction. So yeah, where exactly are they going to go with this? Like, are they going to be turned into a team of winners, or are they just going to be good at hockey, and we're going to do the old, or are we going to do kind of the bad news bears things, where maybe they don't win in the end, but they win in spirit or whatever, or they win in life, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I like how those movies end sometimes, because you are showing that, hey, winning a championship doesn't mean you still can't have fun, but at the same time, like I said, that world doesn't really exist anymore, and so that's also kind of a troubling territory. And it's also kind of weird that the Ducks are like, they're sort of multiracial, they're multi-gender, obviously. There's a little bit of that too, and there's kind of this, I hate to say cringy point to the idea that the multicultural team and the people who are striving to get a better life for their kids are considered the bad guys. So yeah, there's little problems I'm having with this, but hopefully they can rectify it and maybe see where exactly this is all going. I'm going to be giving the Mighty Ducks Game Changers Episode 1, I'm going to give it a B. Just, again, there's some fun in here. There's some good performances. The chemistry with the kids is all pretty good. So there's a little bit of that, too, going in there. So I am going to give it a B. But, yeah, again, I do wonder where exactly this is going to be going. After that, you can stay tuned for my next review, where I eventually explain that the Flying V is an illegal maneuver.
Sweet jacket.
Yeah. Signed by everyone on Boston's last cup team.
Yeah.
Wasn't that like 1972 against New York?
Oh, Ray, honey, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. My fault. I'm. Oh, just.
Okay, so the next few weeks are going to be kind of weird. Probably the next real review is going to be the finale of Falcon and Winter Soldier, but there's going to be a couple. Obviously, there'll be some videos around that too. The next video after this, it'll probably be a video after this one where I list the proper itinerary, because there are going to be some weird changes here. It's not serious, it's not bad, it's just with WrestleMania coming up in a couple of weeks, that whole week's going to be really busy, so there might not really be, there'll be videos, but that's going to be, it's going to be all WrestleMania related, so, okay, anyway. That's good, but technically there'll be a video in between that sets the proper itinerary, but the next video up is probably going to be the random trade review on Ms. Marvel Volume 1, and then there'll be the WrestleMania week, just so we're kind of clear. I'll set the stage a little more properly in the video that branches that too. It's probably going to be another episode of golf, just so you know. Anyway, so yeah, see you all next time. Hey guys, remember, you can help support my channel at patreon.com/sleepytimeforcat productions, where you can help request a movie, even if it's something like, say, Sonic the Hedgehog or the next Purge film. I'll review it.